Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Listen, guys, before we go any further, subscribe, like, tell your friends. If this is your first time on this podcast, welcome to the family.
This is what I'm saying, and this podcast is 100% barbershop energy. Is there bias? 100%, but we own it, fam. Is there? Are we just gonna say what we want to say? Yes, we will. But yeah, listen, you're here now. Enjoy it. Strap up. It's gonna be one of those shows, bruv. It's gonna be a great. If the people are listening like on like Spotify, a great audio adventure.
Oh.
I've always wanted to say audio adventure. I don't know why, but no, but seriously, I'm really proud of. I got that one off still. Go true.
Yeah, that was a bar still.
Thank you.
And you're in the presence of two undefeated fighters. KG, bro, tell them what's your tale of the tape, brother.
Oh, no, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out, and it's definitely not me. But that's enough about me and what I did, fam. What's your tale of the tape? Let's go.
What can I say, bro? Do you know what I mean? God didn't make too many things perfect in this world, but he did make my boxing record perfect.
Oh, come on.
2-0 with a 50% knockout rate. You know what that means?
Yeah.
That means half the men that entered the ring with me, they left on their back.
That's what happened, fam. And another man was about to leave on his back not a couple of days ago, fam. And the referee interjected it and stopped it, bruv. Those chocolate brownies, they were landing, fam. They landed in the craziest way.
Before you start talking about chocolate brownies, can we please big up all the great defeaters that came to watch the fight with us this Saturday?
Yeah.
What? No. What an event. Do you know what? I tell you, man, every time we do these events, I'm always reminded this is how I want to watch boxing from now on.
100%. Look,
that is it.
We've done the Bandulu way of watching boxing. You know when you watch it and the string goes down and you're like, like everyone's
those days are over.
Everyone's lived that life where, you know, like when you finally get reconnected, the fight's over. Everyone's talking about on Twitter.
Do you know when that happened to me?
Talk to me.
Just on the...
Don't tell me it's in the era when we started doing this.
Hey Belly before. Hey Belly, yeah. Literally, bro. Listen, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Just before his Achilles went. So imagine I'm casually watching the fight thinking, come on, man. Come on, hey, let's get it together, man. There we go. And it went mad, so I'm just there searching, and I come back and I'm like, why is he walking like that?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
That's fully how you're looking at it. Because if you come down...
I thought, did he get clipped? Is he what? Fam, it was a madness. Those days are over. We can't watch boxing that way.
He was doing the real drag foot special as well, like the zombie drag foot. It was crazy. No, but yeah, those days are over. But again, just being in the
great defeaters, bro.
And the conversations, like as you can see, my voice still hasn't recovered, fam. From Saturday night going crazy and just murking it, literally like. It was incredible talking to so many different. Like I met Toby for the first time as well.
Oh snap! Did he still want to fight?
Nah, I'm taller than him still. I'm taller. I'm in a different weight class. I'm in a whole different weight class.
I wonder how, because I've had a few of the great defeaters come to me and say, right, you're big in real life. Like you're actually not small. You're not short. I'm thinking, right. I don't know how we've looked or come across this whole time.
Toby's giving me light heavy energy still. He's come by. Don't get me wrong, amazing guy as well. Like proper, like literally.
We met
Lineal. We met everyone.
Met a good few people, bro. Muller was there.
We met everyone.
Yeah, man.
Team Ash,
the whole
everyone, bro. Wait, there was a
vibes.
fake Ash that called in the other day, fam. There's a fake Ash that was giving. It wasn't the Ash that we know, fam. You know, there's more than one Ash, you know.
There's two Ashes,
bruv.
There's one. Yeah. There's Ash whose phone's on smoke every single time.
Yeah.
And then there's another Ash. I think is friends with Muller.
Yeah.
So
I was like, raw. Ash just turned heel, bruv, because we were both enjoying the Kell Brook victory the other day, fam. So when he called
snap, you got the wrong Ash. No, that's my Ash, fam. Man phoned him on some, let's not talk crazy about Amir Kahn. I said, yeah.
I said, what? I was like,
come on now.
Bro, I was proper rattled. I said, no, I know me and him spoke, yeah. And we were enjoying it together, bro. I even gave him a drink, fam.
That's 2 asses, fam.
With your money, fam. That was how
crazy.
Hey, bro,
have you received the transfer yet?
Hey, listen, yeah, because you're in debt.
Have you got that? Have you got it? You haven't got it. That's so annoying. Because I sent it, I transferred it. The thing came up. It's literally as I hit. I was going to give you cash, but then you said do the transfer. I said cool. And then when it came up on the thing, it said 3 to 27 business days. And I was like, it's gone. I don't know what that means.
Do you know how crazy 3 to 27 business days is? Do you know the longevity? Why is it 3 to 27, bro?
You have to forget about that money. Because every 5 days is a week.
3 to 27 business days.
So that should be there around April.
Oh, no, Travis, you need to sort it out. Because I already went into the thingy. I was all buying out the bar. Like, when I say buying out the bar, I bought like 4 drinks because someone asked for a non-alcoholic
You know what made me laugh? Someone came up to me and said, cheers, Trav. I said, yeah, for what? These times he was enjoying his winnings. Outrageous settings, bro.
But no, again, as an event, I said it to some of the great defeaters as well. Just because you put on an event, don't mean people are gonna come. Like, yeah, you can watch this pod, and this pod is free, so we're not really asking you lot for nothing in it. And it's easy to do free things, but to turn up and pay your money is incredible.
But you know what? Like, it was just one of those things. I
respect that.
It just felt like being amongst just your mates. Everybody knew each other by our handles, which is quite funny. Because it's like, right, lineal rate. Mate.
Literally everyone, and again, Tony, the whole team. It was an amazing event. We thank everyone for coming. We thank everyone for showing support, showing love, and we moved, man. We want to make that a mainstay of, like, if there's a big fight or something's happening, we just link up there, straight away. If we're not there, we're online. But let's talk. Leaving it out. Let's just get straight into it. The stuff that we've already covered, so I don't want to go too heavy into the stuff.
No, we won't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? We just look at the fact that aftermath, because obviously a couple of days have passed now. Yeah, I mean, Kell is enjoying. You know, Amir Kahn is retired. He's as good as retired. I don't think he's released an official statement, but you know it's coming. Yeah, I'm saying, and it's one of the ones where the conversation's taken a journey that's detracted away from the fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? On Monday Night Smoke, I got caught up in it. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't like when men start rewriting history because of the current event. Do you know what I mean? But before we do any of that, let me just say, I predicted Amir Kahn would smoke Kell Brook.
Yeah.
It was the complete opposite. Everything that I predicted would happen happened to Amir Kahn.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally, I said he'd be shot to bits the minute the fight starts. He's not going to be able to get going. He's done. And, bro, Amir Kahn came out, took one shot, never recovered from that shot. Couldn't get it going. Everything I said was the other way around. All it was, I said, inside 10 rounds, man done it in 6. It was one of those things. But it's like, there is a weird feeling around this rivalry for me.
Okay.
Because I look at, I've taken some time to kind of just look into it again. And obviously I'm not trying to take nothing away from Kell. They had a personal beef. They settled it in the ring. Credit to him. Congratulations. Yeah. But there isn't a glaring fact that I was looking at. I was like, when I saw a picture of them two in the ring kind of talking to each other, I was like, you two are not in the same weight class. And I don't think you ever have been, like, properly. Because if you look at Kahn, and don't think I'm trying to frame an excuse here, but I was just looking at something. I was just looking at their bodies. I was like, because in the fight when it started, I was like, okay, you look like 2 different size guys.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it now and I'm like, wait a minute, this man's build. When men say that this guy walks around at 175,
we saw him.
I see it.
No, Trav, don't you? Couldn't believe it how he got down to that size. We saw him at in Eddie Hearn's garden. Remember, he was walking through.
Yes.
And he looked wham. No,
he's solid,
bruv.
How can I forget?
Yeah.
You weren't excited to see him.
Nah, I was excited, but
you don't remember when Eddie said, "Bro, you want to go meet Kell?" And you went.
No, because I'm thinking.
I wish I said this on Monday Night Smoke.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking you know, them ones here. I think, what have I said about these fighters? And I think after the Crawford battle, We definitely said we spoke about the We definitely spoke about it. No, that was it. It was the Panini show when we talked about him being a great in his whole career and saying, you know what, it's about a C. Yeah. So if you really do a whole show saying man's career is about a C, running over there to say hello is crazy. But then
he was solid, filling out the puffer jacket.
Solid, bro, it's nuts. But then if we got the chance, if we got the chance, I would have. If the chance came like organically, I would have been in the conversation just calm like that. But there was no. I would have to force myself into that moment. But what I want to quickly focus on though is what got me is I just felt like I connected with the underdog mentality. I connected. So forget the story was about two fighters that disliked each other, but there was one fighter that he probably felt overlooked and stuff. Or there's moments where there was opportunities that I probably could have got that I didn't get. And I don't know, there's something for me, I just linked into that story. It was one for me that was like,
I get you.
The full picture isn't shown here, and I can't wait for you to have your night. You know, like, you didn't reach the highest heights, but this night's gonna be your night. And that's probably why, obviously, I was gassed on Monday, and we're just enjoying in it because I do like you being wrong. But then when it comes down to it, why? And this is why I didn't like that. The only thing that left not a dirty taste, but it was bitter, is the fact that the conversation quickly moved away from it being a celebration of Kell to oh my God, Kahn's retiring. I thought that there was a time. I think there was a perfect time for that. And especially if you've been the villain for so long, just you can wait a little bit. You know that he's always, no matter what, even though Kahn lost, Kell's always gonna have to be in the shadow with the career that Kahn hasn't. Kell hasn't had the career that Kahn's had. Period. You know what I mean? So no matter what, even though we're talking about inheritance and that career is still that career. You know what I mean? He's been in these amazing big Vegas fights. He's won 2 titles and stuff. He's achieved amazing things in the sport of boxing. So I felt that was his night. Allow him to have it. You've mocked him all this time. He's lost in the gloves are off. He's lost in so many different spaces. Give him 24 hours, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And if at least if the next challenge comes,
to be fair to him, I think everyone's jumped to the conclusion that he's retiring. But he hasn't actually issued the statement to be like, it's done. But I think he said in a presser, when they said to him, he's going to continue, he goes, I'm starting to take a lot of shots now. And I think it's probably looking like that's going to be the case. But I'm going to sit down with my family and I'm going to make a decision. That's actually what he said. So
there's another interview. As the fan, he spoke to Michelle Joy. He spoke to Michelle as well, Joy Phelps. And he said more. He alluded to more of a stronger retirement thing. So he's given, I watched like 2 or 3 different interviews where he said it's pretty much the end. Do you know what I mean? But it was more in the first one, it wasn't that. In the ones after, then if you're not in it, he's probably thinking this is not on traditional media, so it's not going to come out as that.
I'm not going to give you the
I'm out here looking for all the information. I want to watch all the interviews. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hence why I saw that. But yeah, in terms of a night though, what them guys put on, what they did in Manchester was electric. Like that first round was still one of the craziest first rounds because Kell got hit with something. It weren't wobbly. But he got hit with something. It was a shot to say, wait, are these guys just going to go for it now? Yes, they were.
Right.
Yes, they were.
It's interesting, man. And it's like, it's one of them things where I think when you, like, I've been following boxing from back when Kahn would have been fighting. You know what I mean? Up in, like, you see the beginning of man's career.
Yeah.
He's the silver medalist guy. He's coming to this thing and he's on the trajectory of they're trying to build him up as the guy. Yeah. So I remember those days. I remember the British Prescott moment, the slip, and then rebuilding it again, and then working your way out to the States. So it's like it's one of the things I think I probably was coming from a place of being attached to his journey.
Yeah,
you followed this guy from 17 or whatever it was, right up to present day.
Yeah,
and it's like you look at it and you think, flip me, man. This guy's been right in front of our eyes for a very long time.
The whole time.
Now, Kell Brook has popped up every once in a while, but he didn't have that. So what? And also, it's like the significance of Khan's career. Yes. There was a lot of the future of boxing riding on his success at the Olympics.
Yes.
Like, he was the only one from Team GB who made it there. If he didn't get a medal, they would have cut funding significantly. And bruv, the follow up of that, it's bad.
Yeah, so, I don't think we get all that comes after.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's a lot. So when you look at that, you start to say, all right, this guy's career has been important to the sport over here. Yeah. So for me, that's why when I speak on his legacy and I'm saying all the things, I'm like, you can't take that away on a loss. Like, it doesn't go away.
But I think it's sometimes you got to look at that, and that's why I'm saying we have to look at things in isolation, innit?
That's the thing.
For a grudge match and what it was that. What is your career to? Because it's not like you shit on him and say, his whole thing is garbage.
Rubbish.
No, it's like at the moment you pick a side. In that moment there, you have to pick your Kell or your Brook. Sometimes you don't have to pick a side, to be honest. But in that moment, it was defined like you need to know where you were. Even Johnny, as great as Johnny Nelson is, bruv, Johnny Nelson picked a side. He picked a side. He said, "Yo, Sheffield gang, that's that. Sheffield gang, that's it." Because this one is requiring side picking. Now, if we talk about what Kahn did, especially an underrepresented community in boxing, him being there. We ain't really, have we seen that before? No, we haven't. So I remember even when I was in my total casual state of being a boxing fan, I'd still hear Amir Khan's name. That's how, that's the crossover appeal was insane. You know, it's only when you start to research and get into boxing, like, oh, right, Kell Brook.
Kell Brook is another, exactly.
You have to like delve in. You have to seek the information. You have to delve in and say, that guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Where another one was completely different. Now, in terms of what you call it, well done to both fighters. I know Khan's just gonna go. Kahn has been on big what's reality TV show? He's been in the jungle, shows. He's done all these stuff. He'll enjoy. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now we talk about what's next in boxing, because one of the greatest things I heard, and I know you probably don't agree, but when I heard Eubank versus Kell, I got excited. I got really excited, and I was shocked that everyone else didn't feel the level of excitement for this one, because I don't believe Eubank is really trying to chase the Triple G's of this world, the Canelos of this world. I think he kind of knows that.
I think he knows they don't care about fighting him.
They don't care about him, and it gets nuts. Even the Charlos of this world. I don't think in his head he's thinking that. Now, can he pick up a title somewhere? If there's one, I don't know, an eliminator or something like that, he'll be interested. But now we're going to talk about money, because again, you can't be next gen forever. You want to be the gen that, because it's all about getting paid. Let's just
it's interesting. Yeah, one of the things you said before, was that you liked the underdog, the underdog story.
Yeah,
I also like an underdog story, but I also like a legacy story.
Okay.
Like, for me, I'm a big fan of somebody who's really worked from the ground up.
Yeah.
Actually got where their hard work has taken them and maintaining it. And, you know what I mean? A Lennox Lewis exit. Yeah. I like when someone's like, no, I did this the way and I left my way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I always like that. So I think that's what kind of appealed to me and made me lean into the Kahn situation.
Okay.
And it's now making me look at Kell Brook's career and think, bro, walk away. Unless legacy's never been important to you. And there's a part of me that feels like legacy's never been important to Kell. Kell seems the type to obsess over whatever he's obsessed over, and that's that. He's not really looking at the wider scope. Because I look at his career and it's like, whilst he did have the tough fights, I felt like he wasted a lot of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's quite sad now, because you look at it and it's like, I think he was unlucky with injuries and events outside the ring.
Outside the ring,
the
situation.
But I look at him, I think to myself, if you didn't wait for Kahn and you just went up in weight, because your body was naturally supposed to get bigger. His body, he would have killed himself to make 147. Go up to 154, dominate there, or whatever it is. Naturally get to 160 if that's what's happening. But you look at him and you think, your career is a case study which is annoyingly not what it could have been or should have been. And I think he knows that, And I think he's put it all on Amir Khan. Because he looks at it like, if you'd have let me fight you, I would have beat you. But where it's weird, and the reason why I go back to this again is, when I looked at him in the ring, I was like, you're not even the same size. This is a bigger fighter looking at the smaller man thinking, just let me loose. And I look at that, I think Kahn must have looked at this guy and thought, I probably can win, but I really could lose. And with everything I'm doing, you don't even make sense. You don't benefit me. I don't gain by losing to you. Well, I don't gain by winning much by winning either.
Kahn saw this as the retirement package. It was always the fight. Remember, Kahn still wanted to. It was Pacquiao Mayweather. That's the whole. That's the whole. It's like, I'm gonna get those fights, and then I might not even fight Kell. I might even finish my career with those illustrious fights and say, well, I've done it. There's no more to talk about. Again, that fell off the table. That was no longer available. So then he said to himself, well, I need some extra. I could do with a cash injection, and the people want to see it, because at the end of the day, it's like, are we going to sell tickets? We sold the tickets. Yeah, I mean, end of the day, we're talking about money here. And if you can wake up and get the public attention, like we never seen lead up that we got from Sky like that in a long time. That felt like it was a heavy. That felt like there was a title.
Back in the day, they took us back, man.
No, but it felt like there's a title on the line. That's what it
felt like. Yeah.
Felt like a title fight. You know what I mean? They pushed that more than they pushed the Josh Taylor fight, bro. In terms of,
I know.
In terms of build up and this, that, and the other. So that done the job that it needed to do. So then after these, like Amir Khan bought into this thing, and he got all the money that he wanted from it, but he wanted to win. That's the part. And remember that sometimes when you grow up together or you come up in the same camp, same Olympics and this, that, and the other, you're not, yes, on the public stage, we're not size, but if I came up with you, like in the comedy game, oh, you're from my class. So
you know me, yeah,
that's right. I won't see you as, oh my, like, just imagine I came up with, I don't know who came up with Dave Chappelle, but whoever that person that came up with Dave Chappelle sees him as Dave. Do you know what I mean? It's my guy I came up with. Now, to the masses,
yeah.
That's Dave. Do you know what I mean? But we're like this. We've been in the cars on a journey. As I said,
right.
They shared the same room. So you'll always just be Amir to me as you always be Kell. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we got it on. But end of the day, like for a night of boxing, amazing.
It's amazing.
Like, I can never talk about getting punched up because I've never been in the ring. Do you know what I mean? So
I've never fought at that level.
Yeah. So as a thing, as just a fan of boxing, I'm happy with the night that I got. I'm happy that it went the way I wanted it to go, 100%. But it's like we moved now. Now you talk about legacy, and I
want Kell to retire. I don't want to see him lose on his way out for cash.
Look at the link of career in terms of, you can say the exact same thing that you just said just now about Eubank.
Not really. The reason why it's different. The reason why it's different is because Eubank is not at the end yet.
No, he's not at the end. But I'm talking about he runs the risk. He runs the gauntlet of finishing his career where you say, bloody hell. Remember, we're talking about he's in it plus 30, and the biggest
32.
name 32. Biggest names on his stat sheet is finish the girl.
Old yeah. I finished off Abraham. A weird win over Korobov with that arm injury.
And then losses, then L's.
A Udrim KO.
And then so you get it, like in terms of the what we imagine.
But what does it give to Eubank Jr.'s career if he beats Kell Brook? Because all we're gonna say is he was a small guy.
Oh no, but it's like how it would have benefited Conor Benn. When Conor Benn fights, when Conor Benn was calling out Kahn before? Who was Conor Benn first calling out?
He was calling out Kahn, yeah.
Yeah. So when Conor Benn was calling out these, it's a good name to add to your thing on your stat sheet.
But you know what though? As much as we are saying this about, he's a small guy, maybe I'm being unnecessary with that one, because Sugar Ray Leonard and them, man. Sugar Ray Leonard was started off at 147, and he went up and he fought Hagler at middleweight.
There you go.
And it was a hell of a fight. Tommy Hearns went all the way up to light heavy. So, realistically speaking,
it's a wicked fight, Trav.
This ain't a big issue at all, bro.
It's a wicked fight, man. It's one that we should be excited for it, because again, all you want to see certain times in these fights is a guy that just goes out there and there's needle. Remember, they don't like each other.
It's real.
And one thing we do know, because we want to be entertained. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about entertainment. Yeah? Because boxing is still in the entertainment business. You know what I mean? So I want a story. I want this. I want that. I want this. And one thing we do know is Eubank will be able to sell this. And I think it pushes, because we can't just, I'm not the kind of person that will see someone win and say, oh, that fight meant nothing. No, it meant something. So if you beat the best version of him, we have to rate it. End of the day, because the last time I saw him, he was good. Do you get what I'm saying? And there might have been 6 months, 7 months have passed, but his last outing was a good outing. So it's a good fight. Say, yes, you can go in the ring and see what happens. And I still believe, still to this day, I believe Kell will be a massive problem. If I get the same showing, if I get a Williams showing, it's a problem.
I generally think Eubank is going to. I think Eubank beats him. I think Eubank beats him because, for starters, yes, Kell looks good against Kahn.
Yeah.
But that version of Kahn was a very finished version of Kahn.
Yeah.
He didn't really have to stretch himself other than be in shape and be his, and keep his faculties tight and get to work. He's not going to. I just feel like it's a bigger challenge to go in there with a bigger man, for one.
Yeah.
Eubank Jr. is not a slouch in the ring. As much as that showing against Williams from round 4 looked a bit mad, let's not forget the first 4 rounds. He was putting man down with a jab anytime he wanted. There's power in there. That's not even his right hand. Do you understand? And, he's been consistent by saying he got injured in that fight. The hand was hurt, and that's what changed everything. I can't look at the first 4 rounds and think, okay, nothing changed. Something changed. It's just one of those things where injuries get frowned upon in this day and age, which is kind of nuts. But, and I don't want to seem like I'm defending him too much, but at the same time, you couple that by being a smaller man in there. Brook is not exactly the most elusive, bro.
I think obviously that Roy Jones is still working on Eubank, and Eubank is getting better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's going to be better by the time they fight next. That's the point I'm making. So I think he's got enough now to win. I don't think he's got enough for guys that he's been calling out, but I think he's got enough to beat Kell Brook. But he's too small. He'll be super confident in that fight, and he won't be tentative. He'll be going there and letting them hands go. And remember, according to him, there's an injury. You know what I mean? So we don't know when we talk about letting them hands go.
What there was in that fight. There's no guarantee he gets hurt again.
That's what I'm just saying that how we don't know what a healing situation. We don't know what the situation is with certain fighters, and can they still punch? Can they still bite down the way they used to? Can they still give it full power in their punches? We don't know if it's 100% recovery. Is what I'm saying.
But see, all right. So let's look at this here. Say the fight does happen. Kell Brook comes out victorious. Now we're looking at a legacy that goes, okay, this legacy stands quite nicely in the light.
Exactly. And that's all in Kell, because I know you said you don't think he cares about. I think he might do for this year. This is somewhat about legacy, because as you said, he's finished his fight and people are still not umming, but Kell knows all the mistakes that he's made in his career. He knows he was overly obsessed with my man, and you can't really use that as an excuse to say why he didn't get to the mountaintop. You know what I mean? Yes, you had your eye on him, but you can't just have your eye on one person your whole life. That don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? So if he's being real with himself, he knows where he missed it. He knows where he waited too long, probably. Now, the flip side is it's all coming to an end. He's got three lovely children in that. I think he's got 3 girls or something like that. He's gonna say to himself, you know what? There's a bit more. There's probably one more night in me.
One more in him.
One more night, and why not?
I prefer it. Do you prefer Eubank or Ben for him?
I like thing is Ben is just too devastating in terms of. I know that he's gonna bring the fight. Is my only issue with Eubank is he stops fighting, and that's why I think there's a chance there for you, if that makes sense. So I know that Ben has this switch where he's like, I'm just gonna go for it. Do you know what I mean? Where
he's young,
I'm waiting
for
Eubank to go for it, and he doesn't go for it. That's the only thing. So I'm not saying Eubank and Ben, I'm not saying they're miles apart because Conor doesn't have those names on his stat sheet at all. But one thing we do know is we're not going to say at the end of the round he could have put in more punches. We're not going to say...
Oh, yeah. You know, Conor
never going to say that.
If they get into a tear-up, Conor's going to be right there.
And that's when it gets dangerous. That's when they say to myself, well, there's a lot of danger in it. What's the point? Why would you do that to yourself? Where in this one, I say to myself, well, how dangerous is it? In a sense of... and that's just because of what Eubank doesn't do. Not saying Eubank's a terrible fighter. I've just watched Eubank in many a times in his last 2 fights where he says, I could have got it done. He might not get it done. Or he might look after someone. So if you've shown me that you've got this ability to look after fighters and not embarrass them all the way with knocking them out, then why not put Kell in there and make him some extra money and take that into ride off into the sunset with it, fam? And we never know. We could win it. We could win it. And that's exciting. And now let me know, because if he wins that fight, we'll say, well, all right, he's here now. Let him go, because this is still a former world champion. Do you know what I mean? It's still that. So it's not like you beat Kell and there's nothing to gain from it. It's a nice little name, especially after his last performance. So then if you move and say, it might even prepare you with the confidence, say, well, you and Roy Jones have got your act together. After this Kell Brook fight, give me Charlo.
Yeah.
I might as well, because...
You know, I'd like to see that as well. Not the Triple G call out, because let's be honest, Triple G is looking for that final payday as well.
Yeah.
And I know Triple G's talking, but you don't just get younger. You don't just stay in shape when you're hitting 40. Do you know what I mean? He's nearly 40 years old, and it's mad. So realistically, he's gonna retire on that fight. So if he gets Canelo, he probably is going to get Canelo. There's talks of the deal with DAZN. The Bivol fight first for Canelo and then Triple G. Triple G at this point, bro, he's going to knock him out. He's going to knock him out.
What, Canelo's going to knock out Triple G?
Canelo is going to put him away, and it'll be the first stoppage, and he'll retire at the end.
That'll make me real sad. That'll be sad.
It would be sad. It would be sad.
That'll be a sad end. I wouldn't want to see that, actually. That's the one. Like, I don't want to see certain guys get knocked out. There's certain guys I'm like, no, not you. Not like that. And not because again, I don't know why I just want these happy endings, bruv. I'm that guy that watches a sports show. I be watching a sports thing on like Disney, you know, like Remember the Titans or something. I love these amazing storylines that we follow, but I feel that Triple G storyline is a bit unfair because let's be real. If we're being honest and we're really in a barbershop, the Canelo accusations were real accusations in it. Yeah. And it's almost unfair, because we know what the accusation is. And yes, he's a great fighter and we can't what this, that, and the other. But there's the accusations on top of, I definitely won that first one. Like no one, I've watched that fight more than twice. No one could tell me Triple G didn't win that first fight. I'm sorry. And what's happened now after that is somehow we rematched and then I got beat up. I did. Yeah. I won that one and there were stories of enhancements before that is all I'm saying. And now you're lauded as the greatest of all time. And I'm like, wait a minute though. Like,
it's one of the ones where it's frustrating.
Can you not see what's going on? You know, if I was him, and then now we fight for the third time and this trilogy, and now you knock me out. Oh, friggin' hell. That's a nightmare. That's not even a love story.
It'd be sad. Or, could you imagine the maddest plot twist if he knocks him out? I promise you Triple G retires. It'd be like Manny Pacquiao Marquez. Marquez said, no rematch. You cheated me bare times. You know I beat you. I knocked you out. I'm done with this sport.
I think you would never be the same, bruv. I love boxing because these boxing rivalries are special. Like,
so personal.
Who did Bernard have who was Bernard wrong with?
Roy they fought when they were young,
late, and they fought again late. Was it 2010
That's right.
or something mad like
that? Yeah, it was nuts. They were bad. They were old at that point,
but it meant everything.
They scrapped.
Bernard, it
meant everything. Do you remember the part where Roy must have hit him dirty, and the referee separates them, and they go to scrap, and they're like, "Bun boxing. This is just me and you now." Bro, Bernard just rushes, man. Bah, 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 bah. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I said, yo, these men want to be on the street right now.
But you know what?
It's so annoying because Roy at this point was on the decline.
He went the same
Yeah, man. It was so jarring because Bernard, even though he was old, his body held up differently, bro.
No, because I think it did mean it meant the world to him. And this is the danger. This is the danger that we have, because I think it was after that there was a draw. So we run the risk because Bernard won that one. Then he went and that's it. It's on here. Pascal. He fought Jean Pascal after that, and it was a draw. It didn't go. Do you know what I mean? Then they obviously fought again, win, but then it started to get into no contest loss. Do you know what I mean? Chad Dawson.
That's when he dropped him on the arm.
There you go.
He dropped him on the arm in the
There you go. So it gets nuts now. So you might be, as you said earlier with the Kell Brook thing, he could be riding a wave of hatred. There was enough hatred, but
to keep him motivated. After that, he ain't got it for everybody else.
There's a bit of hatred for Eubank, because Eubank can make himself easy to be hated.
Eubank has a default setting of "I don't want you to like me." I think it's actually remarkable that his choice is "I don't want you to like me."
I love it. It's good. It's good. But I hope just play the role in it. If you're the bad guy, be the bad guy all the way to the end in it.
Kell really has a chance here to get the British public looking at him in a way they've never looked at him.
I would I want that for him. I do want that for him personally. And then, but at the same time, and I hate to bring a football comparison, but I might as well. It's like the situation with Oli, is the best thing as soon as my club signed Ronaldo, I knew that it's sink or swim now. So that's how that talk of, because with Eubank, next gen. That's the talk. At some point, it really needs to be tested, and then we can just say, you know what, you are here now, you've arrived, and you're just not good enough. And that's what I got with Oli. Ronaldo showed up, and we expected to win the league, and we just got worse. You know what I mean? So sometimes with the right matchups and stuff, expectation rises where we can't throw it away no more. Like even with what's going on with Eddie Hearn's making a decision, Craig Richards or Boatsy. It looked like he's gonna go down that route.
In that fight, yeah.
Somebody has to say, I'm the light heavy that you need to invest in that fight. That fight is for, well, who's he gonna really push? Who's the guy that he invests his money in? You know? And even, I know we weren't really supposed, this wasn't on the docket, but I just want to quickly touch this thing in it. Do you think, Eddie's doing this because he might not be happy with the progression of Boatsy, of how quick he's moved since the Olympics? Do you think this is
possible,
why?
Bro.
Because it doesn't make sense not making them fight another stable or someone else from not putting your guys in there. Do you reckon that's what it could be?
100%. Like, I look at the career, and that's the unfortunately frustrating thing of Boatsy, is that you look at him and what he's, how he's moved along. It's been very slow.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of inactivity, and a lot of it hasn't been his fault. So it's not like I'm going to come down on him and pretend like, oh, you don't want to fight this guy. You don't want to do that.
No, not at all.
There's been injuries and all this type of things that's just got in the way of the rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's happened is his profile hasn't really built because momentum. There's no momentum. So it's not like the fans are clamoring for a Boatsy fight and we're calling for it.
Yeah.
When he is fighting, cool. Well, yeah, of course we're going to watch.
Yeah.
But it doesn't create that buzz that other guys who are starting that same weight class are starting to get now.
Yes.
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
So when I used to say, because there was obviously the talk of Yard and Boatsy, it was constant, them two, their names, when are they going to do it? You look at the excitement that a Yard can generate. We're not. I don't think either man are at a point where we start saying pay-per-views and we're going to start looking at their selling out arenas. But that's just excitement in the community.
Yeah.
Boatsy has not really had a night yet that's done that.
And that's
We're
why
still looking at him in an isolated way of how good is he? What can he do? Oh, that's a good test. Now we're like, fight this guy now.
Yeah,
because...
I think Eddie's got that. I think Eddie feels exactly the same. He's saying to himself, you know what? I put a lot of investment into this, and I haven't had the nights, or we haven't. He should be how Conor Ben is almost looked at in terms of the
ingredients are there.
You know what I mean? That's what it should look like, especially how they managed that career almost. It's like that you can see that there's been a whole. But
there's something missing. A trick is missing with how Boxy's been managed, and it's to do with everything but boxing, right? The profile has not been developed with Boxy. And I don't know if at this point it's a deliberate thing where Boxy's like, I don't want to be out here like that. I just want to box and that's it.
No. So no, this is, I understand what you're saying. The flip side of it is, it was more so the Crawford knock everyone out route. That's the route they're taking, because he's not going to be the talker. But if you're active, someone like Boatsy with his personality has to be incredibly active. At least 2 to 3 fights a year. 2 to 3 fights a year where you're saying, oh my God, knocking down. So then after you say, he's got this name of, it's just business. As he said, his thing is just business. Do you know what I mean? Forget all the frills and that. I knock people out. I turn up, I put them to sleep, and I go and pray. You know what I mean? That's my thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's been no business. Unfortunately, there's been no business. You know, and that's his inactivity has hurt the brand in a sense. Go true.
It frustrates me, man, because it's like, you know, obviously we got the whole, we talk about things, you know, everyone knows us, Team Yard. But I also like Boatsy. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Aside from all the conversation that we have back and forth, I like Boatsy, and it does frustrate me a bit, because it's like time is gonna go on. Now, I'm not saying it's late in the day. He's only he's 28 years old, and I can say only 28 because that gives at least 4 to 5 solid years of him being, you know, the complete.
But that's why they match them now, though, because
But you got to do it now. You got to do it now.
And that's why it's mad that Eddie Hearn's going to do this. I can't believe that he's doing it with these two. But I would have went outside. I would have tried to go. I would have matched them with the other man them.
But check this out, though, yeah? Because what this does, it allows the British guys to figure out who sits at the top, right?
Yeah.
And they, in turn, age out Beterbiev.
Yeah.
And Bivol, because realistically, them men are not going to stick around forever.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, especially Beterbiev is looking at, them men when men start hunting for the payday, every man's talking about they'll fight Canelo, fight Canelo. It's like,
it just gets very nuts. It gets very nuts.
And on a business level, you could understand why a promoter would want to do that.
Yeah.
But I also think, you know, one of those guys taking a shot at Bivol, Bivol's the one that I see, you know, being the one to get a belt off. Joe Smith as well. He's there keeping that thing hostage, but he's going to unify. So them belts are going to be in the same place.
Love it.
Now, so someone's going to have to take a swing.
Canelo's going to win all of those belts, and
Could you imagine?
He is, and he's going to relinquish it as soon as he wins it. He's going to.
Which one of those? Okay, let's just say for speculation.
Yeah.
Boatsy Canelo. What does that look like?
Oh no, he won't fight them. I said that he's going to.
No, I know he won't. But I'm saying, what does that look like to you?
That's ridiculous. You won't want it. He does. I don't. No, he can't.
Do you think Boatsy can take him?
No, he can't. That's oxen. I don't know what will be in the water. Yeah, because it's not right. It's not right.
Bro, he was gonna go cruiser.
I know, but then it's not like. Then Canelo can do everything. Do you know what I mean? When it get
Canelo Usyk in the summer, fam.
Nah, like that's what I'm saying. I think it's not like Canelo. Obviously, he's very clever of what light heavy he picks. Right? It's got to be someone that's
such a choice.
It's someone exactly. Kovalev dropped the title. He said, you know, I'm not here to be mixing it with them, man, because this is really not my weight class. Like, but however, now with the body shots that he does throw, God knows, it's one of them ones. It's like I can't totally root him out, but it just feels that's madness. And I know Canelo's not that stupid. Canelo just wants to do stuff to put himself with the greats. If he wins if he unifies another division, what do you say? Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But moving into Fury White.
Yeah, bro. Contracts are signed, bro. Imagine not my mum in the group chat, family group chat. First thing in the morning, Dillian signed. I could not believe what I was reading. I said, sorry? Why have you got this update? Why did you get the news? Sorry?
Nah, this is amazing. I'm so happy for Dillian right now.
It's happening, fam.
And this is where all my you lot know me as MTKG, and I've been that for a very long time. Yeah.
Oh, snap. What you say? You joining Team Body Snatcher?
I've always, bro. I've never.
This man said you've always what?
See, you're blurry because the lies. It wouldn't.
Come back,
allow you
settle
lie
down.
like that. It wouldn't allow you
Settle down.
I've always Team Body Snatcher. Team Brixton. Is that what we're talking about? Where am I going? Where am I going, fam? You see, when I see Dillian, I'm like, shit, it's Dillian, bro. When he came into the zone and he saw us there, he showed love, fam.
He showed love. Every time we've seen him, it's been love still.
He showed love, fam. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm happy you man are here. I watched him punch up that machine, and I've never seen, I was like, I want him to hit someone that hard. I want someone to be there and that's body snatching. The
video, one of the most scariest videos I've seen, yeah. And this is mad to use the word scary, but Dillian, he's just finished training, yeah. He's got the sweatsuit on and he's talking to the camera. He's hyped.
Yeah.
He's like, any one of them, man, I'll sit them down. I'll sit them down. And he's just looking mad, bro. I'm watching that
adrenaline.
Could you imagine if your girl said, "Oh, this guy just started irritating me outside the shop. Come here and talk to this brother," and you go there, it's Dillian White. I promise you, you turn back to your woman and say, "Hold on. So what did you do when he?"
Bro, I'll be like a negotiator in a hostage situation. Watching like, helicopter on the roof. Unmarked bills. I don't even know what unmarked bills are, fam. I'll get them to you, fam.
I'll pull him aside and be like, listen. Obviously, I know she's irritated you a little bit, but how can we sort this? How can I make this right? Man said the way man looked at the camera and said they'll sit down. All of them will sit down. I said, there's something about Dillian. There's something about Dillian that I think makes Fury uncomfortable.
Oh my, bro.
The videos that this man has been doing.
Fury's, you may be right. Someone needs to take Fury's phone. Yeah, he put out a post. He put out a post today saying he's going on a blackout to prepare for the fight. Every other tweet from this point onwards will be from hashtag Team Fury, as in someone else running the account. Oh, it's him. It's him.
That's funny. He did videos every single day.
Rattled. I'm telling you right now, yeah. Rattled. He's talked about him not coming to the press conference. He's been so frustrated. He's like, he's finally signed the deal. Little knobhead. You're just gonna make a cheeky 8 million. It's like, all right, 8 million now. Go on, deal. Do you know what I mean? But
you know what's mad?
Go on.
I feel like this is there's something. This is a deliberate. There's a game going on here.
Talk to me.
Dillian goes quiet. Doesn't tweet. Doesn't do anything. He does a post about autism awareness.
Yeah.
On the day. Now, I don't want to, make it seem like everything is chess moves, because that's a serious cause, and putting your name to it and really making a big deal out of it is fantastic. But there was just something about, and maybe I'm looking into this thing a little bit too much, but Tyson Fury being a advocate for mental health and these type of things.
Yeah.
Just the timing of the post made me think, is this something? Is it something?
No,
I don't know. I might be doing too much. I might be doing way too much.
I think he's been posting other stuff outside boxing. No, he has been on his.
Oh, right. Okay. On Instagram.
No, I had to get an alert because I wanted to know what was going on. So on Insta, I've got a story alert on Dylan. I don't have that on anyone else. Yeah. And now, because I was.
Man said, not on my wife, just Dillian. Focusing on Dillian.
No, because I've never seen this level of silence before from him. You know what I mean? So I was like, if he posts something regarding Fury, I want to see it first. Do you know what I mean? I want to know what's going on. So there's been posts about the charities that he's connected with. There's been that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, the timing today, obviously, these fighters are not stupid at all. They're not stupid. Like, I saw a poll that someone was running, and it asked about who has the best trash talk, who's good at all the mind games. And Dylan was winning that by like 54%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, again, people know, even Fury knows, this battle is a tougher one.
Different. It's
going to be harder to rattle this guy than someone else. Now, where I rattle him is I probably have to be a bit physical with him in a gloves are off in a press conference. That's how I'm going to get a rise out of him. But usually, mentally, he'll be ready for me. If it's bar for bar, he'll be ready. You know what I mean? So now it's like it has to be a physical thing. And no, let's not put it past Fury. He'll do anything to get a rise and just get a bite to know that I'm with you. And he's tried every video in the world, hasn't worked. Well, no, it hasn't visibly worked to us because we don't know how angry Dylan is. And one thing Fury does know, why he said I'm going on silence, is Dylan's been training for this fight as soon as they said that it could happen. He's been in training. He's been getting ready because I'll be looking at the videos and he's actually in the ring getting into fight shape, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And because he knows that these lot could be pricks and book the fight for a time that I wasn't ready. And he said, I'm not giving any position.
I'm staying in shape.
I'm not allowing to not be ready for the biggest fight of my life. I'm not going to allow that. So that's why he's just been quiet, training wherever he is.
And there's no way he could have let this fight go. Money or no money issue there, he had to accept this fight.
Yes.
There's no way his reputation would have continued. Like, he wouldn't have been able to live this down.
Yes.
Early predictions.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. Do you know why? Because I want to bias it all the way. Yeah, but Fury's been training as well, you know. And he's looking light. I don't even see all the videos that he's in, but he's not looking as heavy as he usually. He's not gonna go in Kronk heavy weight that weight like he usually is.
That Kronk game plan, yeah.
He ain't getting in a wider weight. He's going in. I'm gonna bounce around Fury. That's what I think he wants to do.
I don't know. You know, I genuinely don't know at this stage who I think is gonna win.
It's hard.
I think if he gets into any type of fight that looks like the Wilder fight, he's gonna be in a situation with White, because White is not Wilder. White is not that limited.
That's why he's not. That's why he's gonna be on his I thought.
But I mean, that game plan is good for White. But I'm saying if he gets caught in a moment like that, because remember, he probably wanted to fight like that against Wilder the first time. But what people missed in the third round, I think he sprained his ankle. Okay. In one of the rounds, Fury sprained his ankle. From then on, Fury was like, let's have it. Toe to toe, run man down. So I don't think that was automatic. It could have been the game plan anyway, but I saw the ankle get twisted in, I think it was third round, one of the knockdowns.
He's never been knocked out clean though. That's the thing with Fury. He's never been knocked tricky. Out and I'm talking about a fighter that knows how to knock man out. Like in Wilder, Wilder knows how to turn off the lights, and Fury got up. Remember, even there's that long 10 count, but it's fine. Yeah, he still got up. Like no matter what happens, he rolls up like the Undertaker. You know what I mean? Then he gets off the canvas bare in the in that Wilder free fight. So we know now that we can say yes, his chin can be a bit suspect in terms of it can be a flash go down, but he's straight back up. He doesn't stay knocked out. Dylan's best way to beat him is by knockout. We know that Fury could definitely beat Dylan on points.
Dylan could be in the trenches though, because I'm telling you, the late rounds against Dylan, when it's like, because I don't know if Fury can bounce for 12 now.
He can.
Do you know what I mean?
He can.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We will see. But it's just one of the things where I've, my suspicion in terms of the legs will be the first thing to go with a man that big and that style and at this age and the way he's lived. It adds up to be like, okay, the legs can go at any point. But it's just a case of if they don't go and they hold up, then I think he should be okay.
Yeah.
But it's like if he gets into that thing where it's like, all right, cool, let's stand and fight. I don't think against White that's the best thing for him to do.
We need to see. It's too early to make a prediction now.
For me, I think
heart
so too.
says, my heart just says, I want Dylan to win it. So I'm a mad overhand, and but a constant barrage. Not like how Wilder fight hits with one and doesn't finish it. I'm talking consistent. So like following up with punches. So do you get what I'm saying? Wilder's down, it's over. I'm talking batter him to the floor, then you move back. And we never seen anyone do that to anyone do that to Fury. Well, he hasn't had those types of tests, right? Someone that can do that. That's the way I see it. It's mad. And again, it's what they look like on the scales. I know Lennox is saying that there's no psychology in these things and this, that, and the other. Some of it will play a part. I do believe in gloves are off, all these little things. Some of the
they contribute, but I think it just depends the type of people you're dealing with.
Yes, that's what.
Some people are stronger willed than I mean, and it's like you made me look silly here today. Cool, well done.
Yeah,
but
that's the point.
You're getting in the ring with me on Saturday.
Yeah,
we're not gonna. Yeah, I'm saying there's some people who can, but some people get undone. Oh my days, bro! Look at Klitschko in that first fight against Fury.
There you go.
All the antics.
They
got to him.
It got to him. He didn't know, and he forgot it was his opponent until late. You know, when it's when it was like the final 2 rounds, Klitschko started going. Klitschko was awake, and he really, oh shit, my title. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, bro, it's too late.
It's one of the things he didn't get to like have that second fight where round 13 was it wasn't round 1 of the second, it's round 13 of the first fight.
Yeah,
we're just gonna keep going. He didn't get to have his moment, which is a shame.
Yeah,
in hindsight.
Yeah,
but this weekend though, Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall.
Again, I'm predicting just
Josh Taylor all day, mate.
Josh Taylor, like
I don't bet against Josh Taylor.
And I think he's got it's the fight after. I think they wanna who have they linked Josh Taylor to fight next?
Crawford.
That's it. That's what we're excited for.
I would love to see that fight. You know what? I look at Josh Taylor and I think to myself, mentally amazing in this. Like, he's that guy. When I talk about the intensity of like, don't think for a second I won't mash it, bro. Like, he's got that energy all the time, bro. At the Usyk fight, we was at the Usyk fight, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just, he's running a bit late.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for you to collect tickets here at the guest thing.
Yeah.
Josh Taylor's there collecting his ticket. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking to myself, that's Josh Taylor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sizing him up thinking, is that him? And I angle around, me doing that, brother, he's clocked me. Donnie's looking at me like, bro, like, well, you look like it's one of them ones. And I'm now thinking, not me, the stare down with Josh Taylor.
What the hell?
This is me. I was like, he clocked me and I was like, took my phone out. Phone you. I said, bro, KG, where you at?
Hey, on a real, seriously, why do we keep meeting these fighters in these awkward situations,
bro? Because all I wanted to do was go like, big man, I'm a fan still, but it's like now the energy is to go from there to me walking towards him.
No, we need
what does that look like?
We need to get undefeated media jackets.
Yeah.
On front, on the back, because that's the Chisora situation, bruv. Once again, fam, as I said, I don't know why. I don't know what you don't think, yeah? Man, it's 2 comedians, bro. You can come, you can have a great night, but allow it, fam. But no, on the real, so this fight here again, Jack Catterall, Jack's talking a good game, though.
I saw the gloves are off.
Jack has spoken a good game.
Thing is, I find it so hard to take anyone seriously when they say stuff to Josh Taylor, and it's like even when they're chatting to him and he says, the guy says, it's like, yeah, if you want to box, I'm gonna outbox you. If you want to fight in the ring, I'm gonna fight. He's like, you're gonna fight me. He goes, you're gonna outfight me. You don't believe that, bro? He said, you don't believe that. Oh my gosh, this man is sitting there thinking, come on now, we know I am. We both know what I am. Don't tell me you're gonna outfight me. I said, yeah. It's going one way. You know what I mean? It's going one way.
We're never gonna disagree on this one.
Coley's fighting this weekend as well.
Again, I wished.
But he's fighting on a Sunday. It's quite unusual timing.
Can I be honest?
Go on.
That division is finished, isn't it? You just gotta move up. You gotta move up. When it's even that Sunday thing just lets you know how that division is. If we're being real with ourselves, Coley's achieved so much in this game already, you know, like, and it just feels like it's unfortunate. That's why you need people. You need dance. You
need the opponents.
You need the opponents and stuff. And unfortunately, it's just not the division we care about. So Coley's really got to have a. If Usyk was still there, it'd be a bit more interesting, right?
And you got Marius Bradis, who's calling out Jake Paul.
Look how mad it is. This is what I'm saying. Even they're not excited about each other in the and it's mad because Coley, in terms of star power, you know he's got everything. You know what I mean? You can say to yourself, you know what? He's a new guy, young. It's literally the rap, everything that he does and stuff outside of the ring is you don't have to worry about his profile. However, you're saying to yourself, well, is there any stories in here? Is there anything that can build up to make this more exciting? And at the moment, in this division, there isn't. You know what I mean? So then after, it's like you say to yourself, well, like, if you was to switch divisions and holler at one of Dylan's fighters and say, yo, Dylan, I'll be up your guy, Babbage. I'll take Babbage. Do you know what I mean?
Lawrence Coley versus Dillian White is also...
Not Dillian. There's
a story.
I know there's a story.
Only because of the backstory.
I know that, but I wouldn't tell him to do that. That's crazy.
No. I wouldn't advise Dillian to do it. Yeah. But if Coley, if I was advising Coley, I'd say, go for it.
I'll say go and look at Babbage. It's a nice.
Oh, not as the first fight. Don't get me twisted. I'm talking about once you've established yourself at that weight.
Yeah. Now I would say again, that's a clever move. You take someone from their camp that you know there's a little bit of not tension, but there's been stuff. You know what I mean? Go and beat up one of his fighters just because. And still moving this. Yeah, still, just because if I look in there, I say, oh, he's credible enough. His name is twinkled enough, but he does great. It's a good match, mate, because I'm not trying to mash up myself as a heavyweight. I'm trying to announce myself. I'm trying to bypass a lot of man. Are you with me? So I'm still trying to, when Usyk switched, Usyk went, Chisora, let's move now. Do you know what I mean? So certain times that you move out that Romford ball and that Triple D era and you move straight into you buy it, you don't have to go through those levels. So I'm saying a nice little Babbage would say, hey, he's here at this heavyweight thing. 1, 2, you've arrived. AJ would have gone. AJ would have said, I'm done. I've done my time now. So it's not like you'll ever have to meet each other. You're right, because in the cruiserweight division, again, fighting on Sunday is not for you, fam. It's not like no disrespect, but again, I like a Coley. I like a Coley a lot. I've seen, especially how he's kept it real with us and turn up. I feel that unless or unify the thing and quickly move.
Unify and get out of there
immediately.
I think that division has that. It's just that feeling of like, keep it moving, man.
Need some guys. It needs to get stacked. It needs to invest in it.
I agree.
There's the last one. They're talking about this one. I don't really like. You said that Eddie wouldn't bring this guy out for another night. They said after his last fight, I doubt we'll see him again. You was there. I think this is the fight you called, right? You was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Live working for the zone. Chisora versus Bloody Wilder.
That Chisora's called for it though. Man said, I'd like to taste that power. I don't understand. I think the thing about Chisora is that I don't know what he is in boxing. He's not the gatekeeper anymore.
No, the gate's open.
He is literally somebody who just like to fight.
We know that.
No, but that's it though. But that's it. That's the method to the mat. I just like to fight. I don't want a title. I don't want to be in the mix for titles. I want to fight someone And it's mad because, you know, when people start talking about people's records and saying how, oh, you know, it's justified. Like I was chatting to somebody about Kell Brook, and they were saying, yeah, he's been in with the great guys and da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, but he's lost. I was like, yeah, but he goes, yeah, but that's the, and I'm like, okay, cool, but make sure that you keep that same energy for Chisora when he's retired at the end of the day. Because the man on Chisora's names, the names on Chisora's record, if that even if you lose, if that qualifies you to be considered like, yeah, that's what's sick, cool, then Chisora deserves that too.
Yeah,
because he has been in there with, bro. I'm gonna get his record up right in front of him now, yeah, just to get a vibe, yeah.
Do it.
Tyson Fury, yeah, right. Already. Pulev,
Parker,
Takam, Dillian White, Parker, Usyk.
Bloody hell. Dillian White twice.
Dillian White twice. Vitaly Klitschko. David Haye. Bro.
Williams is on here as well.
Fam, the guy's fought Tyson Fury twice in his career already. David Haye, Vitaly Klitschko, Usyk, Parker, Dillian White twice. Fam, what are we saying here? No, so if winning doesn't matter when we talk about your record, then Chisora, give him his flowers when it's time.
No, but I think people give it there's another funny fight here. That Kevin Johnson, bruv. He, oh my goodness, is a heavyweight, yeah? You need to watch AJ. You need to see his videos, bruv. You need to see. I hate that he's my namesake, bruv. He's so funny.
Flip's sake. Man like Kingpin, you know?
No, you're right.
Hold on, don't get it messed up. He's fighting on Saturday.
Who is? Not Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson is fighting on Saturday in Germany, fam. At 42. 35 wins and 18 losses. Let's look at the names on his record, yeah? Just so that we're gonna do what we say we're gonna do, right? All right, so let's go from the top down and work our way. All right. So you got Marius Wack, Martin Bacoli, Hergovic. Been there. Watch Hergovic, Dubois, Andy Ruiz, Pulev, AJ, Chisora, Tyson Fury, Christian Hammer, Vitaly Klitschko.
He talks. It's so funny because he talks like he's that guy, bro. And
so,
it's just, you know, it's
when he hangs them up, flowers.
No, we don't do it. No, it's not. Oh, you can't always be. You're so stupid. Anyway, literally, Chisora, don't do it. Again, Travis, there's moments where me and you have to step up and step out and say, oh, Chisora won't listen to us anyway. But
he's not listening at all. I don't really want to say too much to Chisora just in case he takes offense, and that's it, boy.
Nah. And I know, again, recognize a real lion, but recognize, like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the damage. It's not worth the damage. There's surely charity fights or exhibition fights you could take instead of doing this. This is, again, we're talking about somebody. I know you want to taste his power just to see it, but
you know what's,
bro,
Tony Belly told me when we were doing the Zone show that day, he said to me, he goes, Chisora phones you all the time and says, yo, let's fight. He said, let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm like, you know what? I do that to other comics, fam. I'll phone Bubba Tunde up and just banter him, fam. Like, and it just be just banter. You know, Chisora is that guy amongst boxers, bro. Let's just fight,
but I just don't. Again,
let's just have a fight.
I hear, and I know you say it like that, but I remember we still care about these fighters, bro. Remember when he went down Remember when he went down to Dylan? I thought he was dead, bro. Do you know what I mean? It was like he hit and I was like, oh. Then he was eating burgers. I was very happy to see him eating burgers in the back room, but I was like, I want you to still always be able to just do that. Like whenever
it's that thing where he's gonna become that uncle where you just feel sorry for him.
And I don't want that. I don't want that for him. Chisora still feels like he knows what's going on. He knows he's still clever with it. He's still quick with it. Do you know what I mean? He'll talk things through, then he'll say, yo, da-da-da. But you know he knows what's going on. certain times, what's the reward? How much is the reward, and is it worth that much? You got to ask yourself. I feel like he's living a tidy life, got a farm, he's got a lot of good stuff around him. You think to yourself, well, don't do it that way. There's got to be a better way to gain them P's. But just to say you want to feel that power, big man, and he needs that's a great way for Wilder to announce himself back into the game. Don't do it.
Well, knocking out Chisora.
Knocking out Chisora. Don't do it to yourself. Anyway, yeah. People, I hope you've enjoyed this ep. Listen, we get to build up this Fury Dillian talk. Well done to Team Brook. You did that thing. Hopefully you get Eubank. Josh, we're with you as well. Listen, come on.
And Amir Kahn, thank you for the memories.
Peace.
Take care, guys.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.